So today we're going to talk about different aspects of algebra, which is the variable, the independent variable, and the control variable. So mainly a variable. So a variable is a quantity that can change. So if it can change, that's a variable. An independent variable is one that you can control. Okay, and so you say, what can I change? If you can control it, like days, what can I change? I can change the number of days. What can you control? A dependent variable is a variable that you can observe and measure. So if you can observe and measure it, then it's a dependent, and it's like, what can I observe? What can I see? What can be the outcome? And then a controlled variable is a variable that is kept the same for all conditions. And so if it's the same for all conditions, then it's going to be a control variable. What can I keep the same? Okay, and so those are what you need to know for the variable independent dependent. So what can I control? A variable you can control, a variable you can observe. So what can I change? What can I? Okay, so here it says, and so today is going to be a lot of charts. You're going to try to figure out what the independent and dependent variable is. Usually the independent goes on the left, the dependent goes on the right. So Marcus reads for 30 minutes each night. He wants to determine the total number of minutes he will read over the course of a month. He wrote this equation. So here you actually have an equation to represent the amount of time that he has spent reading. Determine the variable is dependent and which one's independent. So let's see. What can I change? Well, I can change the days. And what can I observe? I can observe the time, or how long it will take. So we're going to put days here, and that's going to be D. And we're going to put total minutes read, and that is going to be M. Okay, so now we go through and we check this out. So days, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, and now we're going to actually plug it into our formula. So 30 times 1 is 30, 30 times 2 is 60, 30 times 3 is 90, and then 120. So then you get your 1. So this is just plugging it in. And you have seen this before. So let's keep going, and I'm going to have you try this one. You have to try to decide what the independent, dependent, and then the equation. So you can pause and try it on your own, or you can just read through it with me. So Kira designs websites. She can create three different websites each week. Kira wants to create an equation that will give her a total number of websites that she can design in a given number of weeks. She works to determine the independent, dependent. Create a table that what she can design over the first five weeks. Finally, write an equation for the number, okay? So she can create 3 different types of websites each day, or each week. So let's see. What can I control? Well, I can control the number of weeks worked, and I'm going to call that W. And what can I observe? Well, the number of websites designed. Well, if I'm doing 3 per week, so then that would mean, and I'm going to say that that is going to be D. So I'm going to say D equals 3W because it's 3 times W. And then you just have to fill in your chart. This is weeks worked, W. And then the other one is going to be websites designed. Okay? I'm trying to get it so it's on the same. There we go. And then this one is going to be websites designed. And that's going to be D. Okay, so let's see if she works 1 week, 2, 3, and you can choose any number of weeks you want. I'm just choosing 1 through 5. It's fine if you choose a different one. And then that would be 3 per week, so 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. And there we go. Okay, you can try the next one, and I'll read through it and I'll do it, but you can pause and try it on your own. Priya streams movies through the company that charges $5 monthly plus a $1.50 monthly fee. And then you have to decide the independent. So let's see. it is, you got dollars as one, and the other one would be movies watched, because it's a monthly fee and amount per movie. So you can change the number of movies you watch. So movies watched is going to be the independent, and then the dependent is going to be the total cost. Usually money is going to be your in your dependent one, because money depends on what you do. So let's see. C is going to equal, so it's $1.50 per movie, so 1.5 M plus the $5 of monthly. And that $5 is your constant term, so remember that. And so then you can just say movies, M, and cost, C. Okay, so we go through and we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, you can choose different numbers. I'm just choosing those on my own. You can choose whichever ones you want. So it'd be 11, 12.50, 14, 15.50. And there we go. Okay, and that's it. And that's all you have to do, okay? Okay, so we'll go on. And again, you can pause and try these on your own. And I want you to actually write independent and dependent over here so you can define them, okay? If I can spell them correctly, there we go. Independent and dependent. I think I got it now. Okay. So we look at this, and I'm missing the top part because it gets kind of weird. So Sarah's purchasing pencils. Each package has 12 pencils. And the equation is n equals 12p. So that's nice. They give you your equation, n equals 12p. So if you look at it, the p is your independent because it's the number of packages. And then your dependent is going to be your pencils. So depending on how many packages you have, that's going to depend on how many pencils you have, okay? So then you can just put it in and you can choose which number, and it says from 3 to 7. So this one's actually going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And so this one's going to be number of packages, P, or number of packages is, yep, P, and then number of pencils, N. Number of pencils, N. Okay, and then you actually go through and you put it into your equation that they give you, which you can't see, but it's 12p, so it'd be 36, 48, 60, 72, and 84. Okay. Charlotte reads 4 books each week. So again, over here, we're going to say independent and dependent. We're going to decide which one's which. She reads 4 books per week. Let B be the number of books she reads each week. Okay, and so if you think about it, usually time is dependent or independent. So we're going to say that it's going to be weeks. Because if you go back to our thing, remember it is, what can I control? Well, you can control the number of weeks. And then our dependent is going to be, it's going to be the number of books. So she reads, okay? And then it says under 6 weeks. So we're only going to go under 6 weeks. So we fill in and we say weeks here, W, and then we go over, and this one's going to be books, B. Okay, and then let's figure out our equation before we start. So it says that she reads 4 books per week. So B equals 4W because it's 4 books per week. Okay, so then you go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then over here, it's going to be 4, 8, 12, 16, and 20. Okay, and then the next one, a miniature golf course has a special group rate. You can pay, and I'm actually going to pause it, and I'm going to do it on my own, and then I will unpause it, and you can see the answer. So you pause it also and try it, and then you'll see the answer. And I'm going to have you do in the class, I'd say page 99 and 100. Pause, do, and then we'll go through it, okay? Hopefully you were able to get this done so you can see the chart. The function is going to be 3F plus 20 because it's $3 per person plus 20. Okay, so then we're going to go on, and I'm going to go to the next page, and I will show you these in a minute. So here are the last three, so hopefully you had time to try them out on your own. I put the equation next to it on them so that you would have it if it's not in the problem. But maybe not this one, but you can see, you can pause and check it out. So the first equation is 2n plus 3. The second one they give you, and then the third one, it would be just, you're reading 25 minutes per day, so it would just be m equals 25b. So you can pause and check them out and make sure you did them right. I will go on to another videos to go through the graphing part. So the next part is graphing.